let's go ahead and get ourselves a run going. We finally, after several days of looking, have a Drek'thar run to go with, so that's good news. Let's go Drek'thar. We're gonna go harness the elements, but actually going to be playing as warrior. Gonna see if we can make Brann work in duels. You're welcome, Ben. Finally, Light Show Drek'thar. I mean, honestly, still would be better than a Light Show Mizaki. Alright, let's do this. Or at least it still makes more sense than Light Show Mizaki. Like, I don't understand what hero power is meant to synergize with Mizaki, or with Light Show and Mizaki. But maybe I'm the crazy one, I don't know.
Drek'thar versus Drek'thar. Well met.
Catastrophe. Thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate that. Should be relatively easy in the first game to get Brann online, so let's keep him. I think Mizaki is for the spell burst, add 3 copies of the spell to your hand. Well, how much mana does that card cost? I think it's likely Dragon Druid, which, if you're going to face Dragon Druid, game 1 is probably the best time for it. So that's the good news.
Job's done.
Okay. Welcome, Lex.
Oh, it's about to get windy out here.
Huh. That is not what I was expecting here. But we do want to kill it.
Job's done.
Foolish creature, now you freeze!
So the quest line without the quest line? I guess just quest without the quest? How much do I even care about that? Just set a Thalmos and hold. We're just looking to win with a whole lot of Astalors.
Thousand needles. Are you ready to rock?
Which we don't necessarily have to use for... This does 2, 4... We don't necessarily have to use Astalor on the first iteration of this. Cards do I have left? Field Block, Azmodan, Zola. I don't think they've played a spell yet. Let's just go here to pave the way a little bit better for Brann next turn. You're welcome, one. Okay, so we can't Brann here. Guess we could have. It's my least important minion. Let's just do this. Don't really care about the minions on board if we're just going to Reno next turn. We don't have a Ray yet. That's also my least important minion. Now that said, the Shutterwalk is going to be a bit annoying. But we're a turn away from that. So it might just be like a boom boss angle here to try and destroy the Shutterwalk.
No matter the danger, I'll always try to discover.
Because the Shutterwalk almost always comes down this coming turn, right? It's either Shutterwalk or it's Reno. I think it's probably Shutterwalk. So we lose the Astalors, but we're going to lose them anyway, so.
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
This at least blows up the rest of their game plan. And we just try and win with the hero power and these minions that we have on board.
I am low on cards. I am out of cards.
There, Astalor. Sure. Okay, they are going to have a couple of more cards, it seems. Surely that's not just randomly a Reno, right? Oh my god, that's so unbelievably unlucky. I cannot fathom how unlucky that is. Oh my god. That is just the only... that is the singular card left of all of the cards that they had that could even give them a remote possibility here. That is unreal. Monkey. God, that's so tilting. That's an unusable hero power here. That is absolutely, utterly unreal. It's just going to be a matter of who gets luckier off of the hero power now. Okay. That should be GG. I take 5. It depends on what they get. If they get lethal off of this, I lose. They need 4 damage to face with Shaman Nature spells. Or they need healing with Shaman Nature spells, so it's probable they... Nope, they lose. Okay, well. At least they didn't get lucky there, I guess. Every single card that we blew up with, aside from Astalor, every single card that which was in deck, not hand, every single card which we blew up with the Boom Boss was absolute utter trash, except for the Reno. We can't do Book of Wonders, so it's just a recycling angle here. We really wanted the legendary option, but this will be fine. Probably don't want triple duplicate here. This gives me 1 duplicate. This gives me 0. They're not great cards. I think we still just take the showdown bucket here. Basically, we're just trying to buy time into Brann Astalor shenanigans. God, that first game was such a tilter. Like, everything happened as I drew it up. We played the Boom Boss over the Astalor because we knew that they were going to play the Shudderwalk, knowing that the boom bombs would blow up the Shudderwalk and it would become irrelevant. But then they just, like... What, lucked out the 1 in 7?
Drek'thar versus Vander Stormpike. This battlefield will be mine.
For the Frostwolf clan!
Okay, with this hero power, we probably have to keep the Reno. We want Astalor later, and we want to try and find Brann. To be fair, they did eat your most irrelevant minions. You had good luck too. I mean, I could have... No. As long as it didn't eat both Boom Boss and Astalor, which is very unlikely, I still have a pretty easy path to victory there.
Job done.
Which, like, also Astalor ended up getting eaten. It was just I planned around it. Inspiring Presence is the thing that I wanted to get, but that's alright. Does also give us confirmation that they're just neutral. Could just use the Azvedan on those. I also do have like hand size issues. I might need to slam my own. Yeah. I think I slam, but without the card draw. because I've got two things that are currently drawing me cards here. And I don't want to risk burning the Brann, but I do want to draw him. Very nice. Now I just don't want to burn the Astalor.
Good to use, better to
Wait,
wear.
since when is this a card? Okay, let's make some hand space. I think I've drawn enough cards. This opens up the possibility to just go Brann, execute, if they find a different way through this Powderman. Which it looks like they might. It's wait, I could just play this.
Use, better to wear.
It claims me.
Or I could just play this.
No matter the danger, I'll always chase a good discovery. Follow that fuse.
It's a bit of a gift. Could even just go Boom Boss next turn if they don't develop a whole lot here. It doesn't look like they're going to, so might as well.
Magic? Yeah, I've heard of it.
Unity, precision, perfection. I am low on cards.
Boom! Now this might delay the Reno a little bit, but... we also just have the signature card as well. Oh right, recycling. Oof. One, two, and then we go up to 9, and we can draw the rest of the Boomermen. 1, 2. As long as we don't hit the Powderman. No, not the Powderman, the what even is left in deck? Oh, it's just bombs.
I am low on cards.
Oh, there's a Yogg in their deck. No!
Out of cards.
How was I supposed to know? You can't blame me for that one. I think I'm already struggling with hand space issues. I don't know if I want the Murloc. It says some synergy with Powderman. I think I want the Death Charger, though. We'll take that option later. This is a pretty good Brawl Whirlwind Dinomatic, though. No duplicates, importantly, and all pretty reasonably good cards.
Met.
Roffle really excited by the content my sub gets me, such as this top tier emote.
Happy to hear that, Nova. Thank you for the 3 months. Enjoy the livers. Yeah, we just take this one. Like a singular Dinomatic is very good. I just didn't want the triple Dinomatic for obvious reasons.
Drek'thar versus Drek'thar.
For the Frostwolf Clan! Finally, a worthy opponent.
Yeah, hopefully this is Dragon Druid so that we don't feel bad about ruining their day. Especially with this draw. I desperately want this to be Dragon Druid. Okay. Now that said, this does create some issues with hand size. You're welcome, Skelefire. Brawl good. Valorous Display also good. That's just good for next turn. Like we can bash into a Matron if they have one. Or a Shoot Man.
Stay alert, my children.
Hopefully they don't have both. Okay. Not having both is better than having both. So that's cool.
Be gone!
That's a lot of mana. Just play this for the sake of our hand. And next turn might be a brawl.
I'm the Brood Mother. Don't you ever forget.
Okay, so we just go Whirlwind Blade Storm into that, right? Use this to look for Brann. Oh, hey! Found him.
No matter the danger, I'll always chase a good discovery.
Like 9 damage isn't that much when I have this much health total. How have they played 3 Breath of Dreams already? It's game 3. think we just go with the Valorous display here. This is 10. Can hold the weapon for a bit.
I bestow these gifts upon the world. The virtue of the wild. We must stop this corruption.
Need to do the Reno here. I have a couple of different options. What I could do is, I think I take the line where I go here, execute that, slam the Aonar, and then play the Dinomatic. That allows me to save the Reno for a wider board.
Light the fuses!
I could play this here, but I don't really want... maybe I do. Because I have the Reno to get more armor back, as well as the Bash. So I'm not really concerned about the Spiked Wheel right now. Yeah. It's an order lull no matter which way you look at it, but I'm looking to play the Reno here anyway.
Looking for a standoff? Careful, it's against me.
Alright, we might as well just get value off of this here.
One shot is all I need. I am low on cards. My greatest creation!
Now we just need to try and draw into the Boom Boss. Or the Astalor.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Such a perfect specimen.
Our gift of frost shields us. Follow that fuse!
Neat. Still have a brawl if I need it.
Stay alert, my children. Danger waits.
They must have a book if they're going this route, right? Like, that's a lot of cards to be drawing when they're... yeah. So this always happens, right? I've got 28 from this, plus 3, 31. And there's 16, 24, 28, 40 on board.
It's so crazy. It just might work.
This will make it a lot more manageable next turn. I don't want to give them potential lethal if something goes wrong with the Astalors. Okay. Obviously not the best outcome, but certainly not the worst either. It's also a world where we just hit the Asvadan into their book. This actually does what? 12 damage. So that'll be 6, 18, 26. So this is guaranteed, right?
Our gift of fire empowers us.
Nine damage. Isn't that what I said? All together now seems pretty good. I don't think I want the Bronze Signet because, again, we've had some hand size issues, but the earlier battle cry effects would be quite good. It's like our deck is built around battle cries, so play the battle cry card. This is safe. It's a bit risky. This is one duplicate. I think I just try and keep Reno on and Brann online as long as possible so that I can just make sure that the Brann is online when I draw him. I think spells are maybe a little bit more okay to duplicate over the minions because I can draw the spells off of the hero power.
Drek'thar versus Slate.
Oh, hey! Are you a new professor?
For the Frostwolf clan!
Let's full mull this, look for early card draw like the Needlecock, and even Shield Block is great. Boom Boss could be beneficial in this, even if I don't necessarily double him up. But I would prefer to. Because I do not want to get comboed here, and disrupting the combo would be very nice. It's not a good start for me. Fortunately, it is still relatively early, so it's like not at all the worst time to make or to find this matchup. Welcome, Jordan. Slam can help me draw for better cards than I currently have, which wouldn't be hard to find. I do think I want to leave that on the board for the Death Rattle interruption. The combo is Augmented Porcupine. They put a Leaper on it, and then do a whole bunch of Death Rattle triggering. I'm going to just stack some armor for now. Taking 3 isn't that big of a deal. It's unfortunate that all of these are mechs.
It's your time now.
That's really bad. Wow. Them getting 2 of those is kind of nutty. That means they very likely have the Leaper and the Porcupine. So they're just missing like 1 or 2 pieces for their combo, at most. Really want to draw off of that, but I guess I don't get to here. They also could have reduced cost mechs. I think one of them, they only have 1 left, so I think one of them was the explosive sheep, so that's the good news? Question mark? No, the first one hit the second timeline accelerator, so that's the good news. Allegedly. Could just play this and maybe execute that. Just play this.
Magic betrays those who abuse it.
I think we're gonna die here pretty soon. Possibly now. I think I might just have to play a boom boss and try and snipe. Like, the game's going to end too soon if I try and set up a Brann into boom boss, I think.
By the power of Ragnaros, I have the power!
There's a good chance they're just going in next turn with this setup. GG. Really does not feel like I had a chance in this matchup at all. Yeah, it wasn't even close. Combination of queuing a horrendously bad matchup and the opponent hitting the absolute stone cold nuts. So, what are you gonna do? Staff. Staff is good removal. Second Brann. Nah, we just skip when we can. Okay. Going to grab some coffee. What do you think of this Brann Drek'thar build? I've played 4 games with it.
Finally, a real fight.
For the Frostwolf clan!
Alright. Keep the cards that are win condition. We want to get this down before we get too many plagues shuffled into our deck. God, imagine Inspiring Presence with this hand, though. We would just, like, immediately win the video game. Okay, this does look like Plague Death Knight, so I kind of have to get lucky with the plagues in order to get the brand online.
Wonders solves any problem.
Hurry up!
The old-fashioned rope Death Knight. I'll play this just for a bit of board tension.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us. The fallen will serve.
Okay. And it's not Plague.
Wonders solves any problem.
Probably just slam that and hero power. Don't really worry too much about the card draw. It's good pickup for next turn, but I don't want them to generate more stuff off of that. There could be a Frost Plague in there still, with some like excavate stuff, but there does not appear to be. Five corpses currently. Could just use the Reno to deny some of the corpses, I guess. Better have Maw and Paw in the deck with those runes? True. As usual, this opponent is certainly having a thonk. It does look like we're in the clear for Brann, so that's one major check passed. And if Reno's goes offline, he goes offline. We can just deviate to the Boom Boss and Astalor game plan, so not really the end of the world either way. There's one plague in my deck. Again, we can just use the hero power to tank the plagues, as well as even like the Needlecock. There's one thing we're good at, it's drawing cards with this deck. So, we'll see how it goes. Make a decision on turn 7. I wouldn't even mind hitting the Plague here.
Adventure away!
Or there. I think where we land on this is if Reno online, play Reno. If not, just play maybe Boom Boss. I don't know. Just has to not be another Unholy. Cool. Incredible.
Looking for a standoff? Careful.
Hopefully this will make their turns a little easier on them. They seem to be struggling from too many decisions, so we can help with that. That does mean no patchwork, which is a good thing. I'm probably just playing the Astalor next turn so that I can ensure that it comes down before it theoretically gets patchworked, because they do have the one blood rune. I'm not gonna have anything to answer in terms of a shield slam here. Wow. They hit all 3. This seems pretty good, doesn't it?
Magic betrays those who abuse it.
Probably should have considered the order a little bit better.
Our gift of frost shields us.
Next turn, we just play Boom Boss, and then we chain Astalors to ideally close things out. Can just play the Valorous Display into the Boom Boss now. Kill that first, so that I summon the minion. And kill it with the hero power even. What a great time to draw that. What an absolute high roll.
Bolt deflected.
Might as well swing this first. What's that? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice that was on the board. Like, theoretically, we could even brawl into an Astalor to all but guarantee lethal. It's probably guarantees lethal, even. Just what we needed is something to increase the time of the opponent's turn here. No, just let me out of this. Oh my god, I can't play cards because of the stupid brawl. This is supposed to make it faster, not slower. Mage armor. Pretty good. Double blade storm, not so nice. I mean, this is actually pretty good. I think we just take the showdown again. That keeps our Reno effects online. And it's the only one that does here. So we just do the thing that does the thing that keeps our deck going.
Drek'thar versus Lillian.
Are you trying to ruin my espionage?
For
No.
the Frost Wolf Clan!
Let's full mold this. These aren't really the cards we want. These could be. Probably try and save the coin for the Reno. This dies, but it does get some value. The floor is lava. Okay, we're gonna need our removal. We might need to coin the brawl.
What is it you ask?
Nothing.
Well met.
For Frost Wolf Clan.
Thank you, Justice Creator. Appreciate the 51 months. That was a very long time. Thank you so much.
Toys are much more fun to break.
Why so angry?
Today, my son asked, "Can I have a bookmark?" I burst into tears. 11 years old and he still doesn't know my name is Brian.
That's so sad. So sad. That is some early onset dementia. Thank you, Cathandrian, for the bits. Alright, like I said, it might just have to be a coin brawl, and then we have the Staff of Scales to clean up, hopefully. Or we could just use the Staff of Scales here to ensure that dies, because that's not a minion I want to leave on the board here. Get to kill 6, that would leave these two 1/1s on the board. And net me some armor.
Much more fun to break.
Seems like the play for me. To me. We can choose between the Brawl and the Aftershocks next turn. Basically, it depends on whether or not Aftershocks clears enough, I think is how we'll decide this. Now that said, there's a good chance
Everything looks up to code.
that they just took the spell that we just played, right? So what if we just Brawl this? Is it like they would take the staff every time here, right? And the Aftershocks deals with the staff better than Brawl does, so we do this. There's a singular bad outcome here. No, there's two bad outcomes. That was not the bad outcome. I think they're just trying to move the snakes to the left here. Uh-oh.
Do you need a blessing?
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
Nope. We're doing this. Deny the draw. Try and bait out the snakes. I don't really know what other card they would have taken off of the, yeah. Oh. Oh, this is going to be such a satisfying Reno.
Looking for a stand-up? Careful. It's against me.
Now that said, we don't have a great way to draw our spells anymore. So it's going to be harder to get to the Brann as a result. The Dino-Matic also not great. But we could also just do something like Astalor, Zola the Astalor. That's off of this. This is their only minion, which is a good sign.
I'm almost out of time.
Very nice draw. Even if not necessary at this very moment.
Our gift of frost shields us.
Always trade last. Because I am very smart. You're welcome, Ogre.
I return.
Interesting. Aftershocks is not online right now. Okay, well, that needs to die. Everything needs to die here.
Frostbolt! gift of frost shields us.
Cool. I think the Whirlwind is relatively valuable both for the Aftershocks as well as just like dealing with their minions after the Lora's Lava. So I could have cleaned this up a little bit more, but I don't think we're in a situation where that's a necessity.
I've tried my best.
We didn't even need Brann that game. This is safe. This one less so. Same thing here. I think we just take the crummy Lich King cards to keep the Reno online. Especially with the altogether now, it seems pretty important to do that so that we can just ensure that it's an on-curve Reno or Brann. Welcome, Caffeine. The day has been alright.
Drek'thar versus Fireheart.
I won't go easy on you. I just like imitators.
For the Frost Wolf clan!
Just always keep the Needlecock. Just play this on one to get a card further through our deck. I don't really care about the Mana Thirst. Like, I have 2 taunt minions. 3. Okay. On the bright side, no Pillage the Fallen, right? Just go here for a copy of any spells that they play, or just a taunt minion if we need it. It's a lot of armor. Did they just dump it? I've been in the situation. It's possible they just dumped a bunch of weapons into their deck and then didn't hit the pillage still. Which is not a great feeling, I gotta tell you. Could use this for some card draw.
Magic betrays those who abuse it. And close enough.
I've got enough removal-y stuff that I don't need to be in a hurry to get the Aftershocks online here. Plus, I don't know how many minions they're going to be playing, so... Can even just tempo a booty board. There you go. Like, I'm fine with this healing 6. Or even 5. Don't really like the idea of spell damage on the board here. Saxophone. Saxophone. Ooh. They're fishing. Okay, everything is still at 3. One. Hey, there's our Brann. Cool. Who needs pillage when you have the power of jazz? This opponent. Ah! Maybe not. Oh, look at that value, chat. Look. I am afraid of that missed caller. I'm not afraid to admit it. My God. So many weapons in their deck. They got really unlucky not to get Pillage the Fallen. I've been in the exact same situation as this opponent, and I know how horrible it feels.
Our gift of frost shields us.
There are 2 things I can't stand. Mouthy students.
I was gonna make that a lot worse for you. So the seeds, I don't want another. I do want another mage armor, but I don't want a duplicate in my deck. It's tempting just because the hero power does draw it, but it's still probably not worth. Double frothing is a no-go. This is the second whirlwind. But, I mean, that's better than the alternatives where I get multiple copies of absolute trash tier cards for this deck, so. 1 whirlwind is better than 3 copies of everything else. Or 1 duplicate whirlwind, at least. But Brann and Reno are finally offline. They have been turned off. Sad day.
Drek'thar!
Oh, not this again.
Late.
Oh, hey! Are you a new professor?
For the Frost Wolf Clan!
As we have seen, this is not a great matchup, but maybe this opponent won't hit the Stone Cold Nuts again. Copium. Cannibalism, Mommy Magic, sure. Let's try and get through our deck with the Last Stand. Boom Boss could be a viable strategy if we get the Brann. Let's just play this. I'm gonna Hero Power next turn. Then I Hero Power, trade the Heavy Plate, most likely. This looks very, very familiar. I do have a lot of armor gain at least, but there's no world where we can out-armor this deck. I think I just weapon into that.
Be gone! Lend a hand!
That's already very bad news for me. I just need to rip the band-aid off. This stage, they could probably even get through like half of a Linecracker Druid's armor. Yeah, like I was getting to the point where my Porcupine was triple digits at around this time frame, I think. That could mess with their draws a little bit, at least. A lot of it. Like, I don't even really mind that being on the board, I don't think.
Look at me.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Look at me.
Could have used the coin there, but we're still just a whirlwind away from getting our Reno online, so like hero powering to get the whirlwind is of high value and import.
My beard has please get into you.
This could be a liability for them, couldn't it? Okay, they're throwing.
Oh, I'm low on time.
Okay, Reno stuff is online.
Arcane bolt.
That was bad order. I'm still just, like, shocked by their play.
Look at me.
Time runs low.
It's a good burn. No, they didn't hit. They hit the buzzard off of Breeder, so I don't know. It's 2 out of 3 to hit the Powderman or the Azvedan. I haven't played the Azvedan yet, have I? I would also just not mind top decking a Reno at some point. This plays a Serpent Bloom, which is bad for me. just need extra draws so I can find the Reno. If I get to the Reno, there's a good chance for me this game. Reno, Brawl, Valorous Display. Oh, welcome here, hater. Maybe they got other triggers for the pew pew. I mean, they do, but that's no reason to give up your absolute best one that, like, auto wins in this matchup because I can never out armor it. Okay, that was always happening. What is my follow-up here? This? I don't know. I haven't been able to draw good follow-up response. Oh, I had the... Ugh. It's no longer the poisonous card in there. I goofed. I mean, it's a 50-50 now. So, obviously, they win it here. No, it's not a 50-50.
Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana.
Thank you, Cathandrian. I have no outs here other than Reno, who I just missed.
Magic betrays those who abuse it.
Passives are all together now in recycling. I didn't hit the Inspiring Presence, unfortunately. Okay. I mean, our draws just were absolutely horrendous, despite the opponent's best efforts to allow us to win there. The silly thing was they had the Porcupine in hand the whole time when they played they just tempoed the Strider. I'm pretty sure. Alright, skips are great. I'm gonna grab some water while this queues.
Drek'thar versus Rattlegore.
For the Frost Wolf Clan!
Oh, this is gonna be gross. I actually don't know what I'm meant to do here. Like, even keeping this is probably not worthwhile because we just lose our Reno to the bombs anyway. But at least they don't have the best passos. So we need to go on a tempo game plan.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor.
Or an armor game plan and just tank the bombs.
Now, where did I put my explosives?
Can start that next turn. I can't imagine this is a good matchup. Just because keeping the Brann online is going to be a disaster. Hero power for bombs? I mean, unironically, that's like the game plan right now. It's a little frustrating how much of the meta is just completely off-board damage, and the stuff that is on-board is Dragon Druid. Yeah, I mean, Dragon Druid pushing board-based strategies out of the metagame is why we have so much off-board damage. Because, like, what else are you meant to play? Unfortunately, I would love to queue into Dragon Druid and not this deck. Let's just avoid the continued shift damage from that. Play that and pretend like we can generate some tempo. They do clear it. Do you like the new core set info?
This place is scary.
I mean, the core set probably affects me less than nearly any other Hearthstone player. Right? For a wide variety of reasons. So I don't... Like I saw it, and it's, you know, whatever. But it's hard to get too excited about anything right now after the Duels announcement is kind of where I stand. Just make some hand space for future turns.
I do hereby crown thee Roffle the Great, first of the name, King of Tempo. Long may ye reign.
I'm doing my best, but the opponent is somehow trying to dethrone me as Bomb Warrior. Good God. Thank you, Cathandrian. Do we ever just tempo the Boom Boss here? And, like, hope to get lucky?
Everyone's always like who runs Steam Cleaner to counter Bomb Warrior, but no one's thinking about the real counter, Wimrest Purifier.
Oh, I should have been thinking ahead. Thank you, Kali, for the great idea. How many bombs? We have 6 bombs. 5 bombs. Oh, hi, Reno. Have you had any success with the Porcupine Leapfrog Hunter deck against Dragon Druid? Yes. It's... Well, I don't know against specifically Dragon Druid because it's a deck that, like, should win. But, I don't know how much I queued into it. You can check the video. That's how I would be able to answer this question.
Well met.
Mellow, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. That's potentially a way that I could win. Although, this could just be a sanitize that they've forged, and then I would be sad, and it wouldn't matter. The trick in this matchup is to not draw the bombs and just reduce the enemy's health to 0. You can do it, Mr. Streamer. Well, I can't play my deck with the bombs in the deck. So I'm going to need a better plan than that. I mean, Tempo Reno could actually be a thing too, right? Brann is the more important card than Reno. Okay, that's bellowing. That means this is probably more likely to be a sanitize here. So I don't know if I want to go in. Well, yeah, maybe I do want to go in on this. That's a big caboose, isn't it? I want to do this in case I draw multiple bombs off the hero power, which will disable this, so. Those both went face. Oh, that's so lucky. Have enough armor for this right now. So we'll go here.
Well met.
Roffle, you silly fool, why do you put bombs in your deck? Dealer thinks sounds like a misplay, so I thought I'd tell you Apoc.
I appreciate that, Dark. Well, thank you for the suggestion, as well as the 26 months. I wish you had been here sooner before I put the bombs in my deck, though. So, I think we can all agree that it's probably your fault now.
Get your ugly mug out of my face!
Well met.
Hi there. How are you all?
Why did this have extra stats? That's not where it fell asleep, right? This doesn't seem right. Thank you, King is Fire. Appreciate that. Don't tell anyone, chat. It's not cheating if I don't do it on purpose. Don't tell anyone. Okay, one bomb. Unlucky.
Frostbolt!
Time runs low.
Oh, I should have drawn. That was a goof. Cheat Engine doing some heavy lifting for Roffle. Look, just because you don't have a Game Shark doesn't mean you should blame me for your lack of elite gamer skills. Still have 6 bombs in there.
Have you tried up, down, left, right, A, B, or B, select, start? I hear that one is good too.
I'll keep that in mind.
Job's done.
Thank you, Cathandrian. Okay, there's the Brann. And we only have 5 bombs in our deck, so it's perfect. This is kind of expected. Because they've been holding that weapon for so long. That's why I've been holding the Valorous display in the brawls. That said, I don't know
Brothers, Hodir summons us.
what I'm supposed to do here. Could draw a bunch of bombs, and no, that's gonna kill me. Wait, I did that wrong. Oh no, is this gonna come back now? I'm never getting this Reno online, right? I just need the hero power. It's 15,
Time runs low.
20 damage. I don't know what to do, man. Die, I guess.
Looking for a stand-up? Careful. It's against me.
That was a bad hero power. Anyway, I just... like, I need to get through this weapon still, and clearing this first board does not get me through the weapon.
Your best shot.
May the winds of the north empower you.
So we go here and here. Pray we don't draw 3 bombs.
Lord is unbreakable.
Pray we don't draw 2 bombs. Pray we don't draw 1 bombs. GG. Oh, what a horrendously miserable matchup. Yeah. Like, there's no way out with the cards that I have left. It's just such an unbelievably bad matchup. Whether that happens this turn or 2 turns later, I lose that game in that spot. It's just another instance. That's three games this run where we simply just lost the game to the matchup that we queued. We had no chance against any of the 3 matchups we queued. Oh well, we got 6. Oh god, I don't know if I can ever play that deck again with just how bad it is into Bomb Warrior and how unfun that is.